Carol Carr, 63, was charged today with 2 counts of murder and the death of her 2 sons. Authorities in Georgia said she fatally shot them over the weekend with a handgun in a nursing home where they were receiving care for a disease. She could face additional charges and is currently in custody in the Spalding County Jail. She reportedly told the police she shot her sons because she didn't want them to suffer anymore. At this time, it looks like her motive was a mercy killing, said Lieutenant Joe Estens, a police investigator in Griffin, about 35 miles south of Atlanta.
This just in, GlaxoSmithKline has been taken to court for using children as guinea pigs. But first, here's Jay Sean with words about the case.
GSK has been caught in the scandal. The Observer says Glaxo sponsored at least 4 medical experiments using Hispanic and black children at Incarnation. According to details and documents found, they tested the safety and tolerance of AIDS medication, which had dangerous side effects. Some experiments involved giving kids as young as 4 a high-dosage cocktail of 7 drugs at a time. Said by the Human Research Protection President Vera Shraver, they were treated like laboratory animals. They were then faced with allegations of unethical and unsafe business practice where some employees were criminally prosecuted. Now back to Cornish.
Thank you, Jay Sean, for this information. Most people are talking about the fact that they use orphans and kids that didn't have parents, so they wouldn't need permission. This case takes me back to the one with Feezer and the Nigerian families, when a woman won a 15-year-old battle against them because her 4 kids died from a controversial drug trial. Now, throughout these cases, they didn't tell them about the effects the drugs could have and didn't actually get consent, making it a criminal law case. Thank you for watching Cornish and Jay Sean on Channel 5 News. Stay tuned for more information as the case goes on.
Breaking news, just now in, a study has been taken to trial called the Tuskegee Syphilis Experiment. This study initially involved 600 black men, 399 with syphilis, 201 who did not have the disease. Most of them were recruited from Macon County, Alabama. These men either had primary or secondary. According to the CDC, there are 4 stages to syphilis: primary, secondary, latent, and tertiary. The first stage involves a painless rash characterized the second stage. Then there are no symptoms until the final stage, which may occur years later. This final stage can result in damage of the brain, nerves, eyes, heart, or even death. These men were told that they were being treated for bad blood. These men were a part of a very abusive study. Farmer, Heron, Sean lived in poverty, and like many others joined the study for promise of hot meals, free medical, and burial insurance. This experiment has been taken to trial because almost 201 of those men did not give consent. You may have realized that this experiment may sound similar to the Stanford Prison Experiment, a social psychology study in which college students became prisoners or guards in a stimulated prison environment. This case is so sad because after the study was exposed, Congress passed the National Research Act to prevent human exploitation in research. The federal government did not issue a formal apology to the participants and their families until later on, and no one was prosecuted for the deaths and injury this experiment caused. This is all I have for you today, folks. Stay tuned for more information.
Reporter Christian Reyes. Thank you, Pedro. We interrupt you and regularly scheduled program to bring you breaking news from the courtroom, Willowbrook, New York. It's devastating to have this report today. There was an experiment being done on mentally retarded children. The children were given hepatitis in an attempt to track development of the viral infection. Hepatitis is a major illness where the liver is affected. The crazy part about it was the kid did not give consent, nor did the parents. The GlaxoSmithKline human experiment case also experiment children. We will update you as the courtroom case progresses. Now, back to your regular news. Have a wonderful day.
We are here to talk about the breaking news of Andrew Bender, who has killed his 7-week-old daughter. He has 14 years minimum of prison time for second-degree murder. She was abused. Kelly Hill, the mother, stated in her words, "Do you know how much it damaged me knowing that I sat there and comforted the man who murdered my baby girl?" Andrew confessed to squeezing his daughter's midsection hard enough to break her ribs when she was only 5 weeks old. The doctor found that she had sustained multiple severe injuries in the head. All of them were from different occasions.
This case is important to healthcare because it is the center of bioethics controversy regarding the rights of parents making medical decisions for children that have allegedly been abused by their parents. The hospital could have been sued for malpractice, and there was miscommunication on who wanted the child on or off life support. This case was sad because there is nothing to be interested in when dealing with adult or child abuse. This case reminds everyone of the sad case of Gabriel Fernandez, who was also abused until his tragic death.
Jack Kevorkian, an American pathologist born in 1928, Pontiac, Michigan, has just been charged with second-degree murder in the court this morning. He has been helping people kill themselves for 8 years until he witnessed a cancer patient kill himself, and then he decided to turn himself in to the police and tell them the things he has been doing all of these years. He will be spending 8 years or more. This is from Channel 8 Action News. Thanks for watching.
Reporting to you live from Kayla
and Maddie. We are here reporting a case about baby Kay. Therefore, she was not getting the proper care she needed. She was placed on a ventilator in order to provide respiratory support. However, her mother was not on board. She insisted that baby Kay be provided with the mechanical ventilation necessary. Meanwhile, the hospital unsuccessfully sought to transfer baby Kay to another hospital, but so on, no other hospital in the area would accept her. A similar case like this one would include anesthetic babies. Back to you, Maddie.
Thank you, Kayla. As we dive into more information, I have records stating allegations baby Kay was readmitted to the hospital 3 times during her breathing. During this time, she was stabilized and discharged back to the nursing home. After the second admission, the hospital asked the court for a declaration saying that there was no obligation to provide emergency medical treatment. Baby Kay relates to health care because she had a medical issue that needed to be properly treated. As the doctor stated, they believed that baby Kay wasn't going to make it. Therefore, they made these allegations not to give her treatment. Going down the line, the court found the hospital's arguments unavailing. Back to you, Kayla.
Oh yeah, Maddie. On top of that, interesting facts on the baby K case. The hospital acknowledges that mechanical ventilation was necessary to stabilize baby K, but the hospital anesthesia only requires uniform treatment to all patients inhabiting the same condition, and they were proposing treatment to treat baby K in the same manner they used to treat other anesthetic babies. Then her mother did believe that there needed to be more done advocating her daughter's health. Tune in tonight on Channel 5 at 8 to find out more information on
Baby Kay.